Welcome back. Our focus now is on the recent primaries of the All Progressives Congress in Bayelsa State. Primaries were to hold, it was shifted, it held, or didn't hold. Well, we'll get those answers.
Well, something happened.
Something happened. We'll get explanations, counter-accusations or allegations and counter-allegations. We'll get all of that. We have in the studio here Honorable Timipre Sylva Indiamowe. I hope I got that. A.K.A. Bulu Sylva Indiamowe.
Thank you.
And joining us from Port Harcourt is Patterson Ogon. Oh, sorry. Indiamowe is a former member of the House of Representatives and a member of the Sylva Campaign Organization, right?
No.
You're not a member of the Sylva Campaign Organization?
I'm not a member of it.
Okay, but he's a member of the All Progressives Congress, yes, and a former member of the House of Representatives. But joining us from Port Harcourt is Sir Patterson Ogon, who's of the Alaibe Campaign Organization. Thank you for joining us. I hope you can hear us there. All right, let's begin with you, Honorable Indiamowe. What happened at the primaries?
As an APC stalwart, I came to that primary elections as an independent monitor. The party, looking at some of us that are elders in the party to observe. I'm not a delegate. So from the beginning to the end, I saw what happened. First, a day to the rescheduled date, which was on the 21st. The chairman of the committee and other committee members arrived. When the chairman came, we all went straight for a meeting. He held a meeting first with all the aspirants, 19 of them. After that meeting, giving them the timeline and other requirements in the Constitution as required for you to be as a delegate, you must show either your international passport or national ID card or your voter's card. Any of these three identifies you to go in. And also, after that meeting, he now called, immediately after that, there was an expanded ESCO meeting with the aspirants, expanded stakeholders with aspirants and the committee. There, I was privileged to be in that meeting. And he mentioned all these same things again and now warned that by 8 a.m. on the 22nd, every delegate must be there to be accredited. And that by 12, he will close accreditation. And whoever that comes late, anything after 12, you will not be allowed to go in, even if you are a delegate. You know? So by 7, 8, a lot of persons were there ready that are delegates. The committee members, that is a 7-man panel. That 7-man panel, they now started, they waited for like 1 hour, maybe around 9. The chairman is yet to come. They now started the accreditation. They've just finished accrediting one of the local governments and about to enter the next local. We have 8 local governments. As we were about doing the second local government, phone call came from the chairman, Governor Adams, Oshiomhole, that they should stop until he comes. These are his committee members, the 7-man election committee members. They now waited for him. Surprisingly, the chairman of the committee did not come until past 12, almost to 1. And as he came, instead of ordering the continuation of the accreditation, since he's the one that stopped them, and as at this point in time, a lot of delegates have been outside waiting to be accredited under hot sun. In fact, from 7, they were all there. And the sun that day was close to the type you see close to hell. Very hot.
So
we are close to the equator.
Did the accreditation go on?
The accreditation, he stopped it and now called the aspirants for meeting. Again, we've met yesterday. He now called for a meeting there inside the stadium. The aspirants now gathered, 19 of them. What was going on in the meeting? A lot of delegates, and even those of us that are observers, were wanting to know for the next 2-3 hours. Before we know it, it was close to almost 4 p.m. He said the aspirants should give him 30 minutes to meet with his committee again to take decisions. And what were those decisions? And the floodlight is not good. This is not working. They said if there is no light, we'll get a standby gen to power the light. And he said he wants to see it first. They rushed and did that. He said some of the bulbs are not on the floodlight. They should go and work on the bulbs. After all that, by 4:04, around some minutes past 4, almost heading towards 5, the delegates became so agitated. They were worried because they are tired. Some other of their colleagues have been accredited in, like as I said, one local government and a half. So they want to come in. So they started, the policemen cannot even stand. They said they want to vote. So they started singing, chanting, I want to vote. Allow to, those ones that are for candidate B or candidate C, we will call their own candidate's name, but the overbearing voice, you hear some say, we want to come and vote for this person or this person, but the overbearing one that was more higher, based on the crowd, was more on, we want to come and vote our choice. We want to vote Sylva. You know?
So, that's what you were hearing.
Yes.
So did the accreditation continued or it didn't continue?
After that, if you check any of your footage that I'm sure is in your system, at the end of that small opera, the state chairman of the party now came out to calm. While the state chairman was calming the people and then asking them to go out back for proper accreditation to take place, Governor Oshiomhole now called on Timipre Sylva to also assist to come to let them go back. That if you don't go back to the original position, I will not allow accreditation. So they now shifted outside the gate. He now took excuse and followed them to go and ask the committee members to continue the accreditation while he goes to eat and maybe take his medication.
Did the primaries take place?
Finally, he ordered that accreditation should go on.
Who is he?
Governor Adams Oshiomhole.
Okay. He ordered the accreditation to go on while he goes to eat.
Yes, and that he's coming back, he's going to eat. So
the governor did not leave under duress. He left.
No way.
Willing.
If you check from your footage, you will see it.
Okay.
He was escorted out.
Okay.
Well,
let's hear from Patterson Ogon. Patterson, he has said that the accreditation went on after the chairman gave the permission for it to go on while he goes to eat. Is that what happened?
First of all, this is Salah. What this opportunity to congratulate our Muslim in the spirit of Salah. Secondly, Ndiamaway, from his utterances, first of all, having claimed that he was an observer, I don't know under what platform he became an observer. He's simply lying. I must say that when you have a character like Boris Ndiamaway, who
please can we not take please hello Ogon, please
you can't
Patterson Ogon, please, you keep it impersonal.
He's simply prevaricating, and I think that he needs to say the truth. Very importantly, I need to state that that place was rowdy. And if he says people were shouting, you cannot be sure at any point if those who are actually making those noises were either the delegates themselves or those hired thugs who had taken over the place and made the place quite unsafe, both for delegates, teaming party supporters, and of course, even the aspirants. And so if Oshiomhole left under circumstances that he described as being held hostage, of course, we should believe him as chairman of that process. If you are an invigilator to an exam, and the supervisor says that as a supervisor to an examination condition, if you say that the situation is not comfortable, I mean, it does not confer power on the principal to go ahead with the examination. So I think we should take Oshiomhole more seriously. Again, for me, we should be looking at the bigger picture because having to do with all of this will not also advance the cause of the APC. Our bigger picture, especially from the point of view of the Timipre Sylva campaign organization, is to ensure that by December 5, Dixon is history in government house in Bayelsa State. So if the likes of Bolus and Oshiomhole, comes on air and then makes all kinds of spurious allegations, not speaking to the truth, to hurt the integrity of the APC in Bayelsa State.
Mr. Ogon, I would want to advise that we keep this on the issue. Please do not make this personal. I asked you a question.
No, it's not personal. I'm only trying to lay a foundation for this process.
Yeah, when you're laying a foundation, you keep it focused on the issue. He said that Governor Oshiomhole, who is the chairman of the committee, left with an instruction that the accreditation should continue while he goes to eat. Is that true?
He said Governor Oshiomhole called. Who did Governor Oshiomhole call to give that instruction?
Did he give an instruction like that? Is that what led to the election that happened?
Oshiomhole has denied not giving such an instruction. So who do we believe?
Okay, so did the primaries take place or not?
It did not.
Okay, but we have some figures in the newspapers about votes counted and,
Yes, when Oshiomhole left as chairman of the process, he in his public statement in the media, Oshiomhole had alluded to the insecurity that had taken over the venue of Samson Siasia Stadium. And of course, given that mood, given the level of violence that had taken place already, a lot of persons have been stabbed, some beaten, people who didn't have any basis to be at the venue of Samson Siasia Stadium were in. Bolus and Oshiomhole could not have been as an observer, as an interested party, so it shouldn't have been an observer. There are several persons who didn't have any reason to be in the main bowl of the stadium, but were there. I had thought that in an election condition, only accredited delegates will be allowed in. So a lot of persons who were there didn't have any business to do with the election. That is most fundamental, especially when we have to review the process of an election. And so people who didn't have valid ID cards were, accredited and went in to vote. When you compromise that level, compromise the level of security, compromise the processes that should guarantee transparency and integrity of the process, the whole election simply cannot stand. So election did not hold. People left because they were actually very scared.